What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video, and today we have CoroCoro leaking. We only have one image so far though, so expect another video covering some more information later on when the rest of the images surface, but the one image we have so far seems to confirm an Alola Grimer, and apparently this is a Poison Dark type. Yes! Please, fill the comments with your hate. I don't like it either, if I'm honest. And I'm sure some people will like it, but I don't like it because I think Alola forms should fully change the type of, of the Pokemon rather than just tacking on a Dark type. We could have done that ages ago. I don't want to use an Alola Grimer just because it's part Dark type rather than, Poison type. Yes, okay, it makes it, take new damage from fighting, but it means it's immune to Psychic, so it loses that weakness. That's cool, but it's still weak to ground, so really it's gained one weakness and lost another. There's nothing special about it in my eyes. I don't like it. I don't know, let me know what you think about it down below, because I'm sure some of you will like it. I just don't like it. I would have preferred to see a revised design for Alola Grimer, like a ground type or a whatever other types we've looked at, rather than just tacking on a new type. But we also have some more information. It's information, but not images. So apparently the same source that gives this image has said that Jangmo-O's evolution is in the magazine, and it's a dragon fighting type, and it is called Durango. Ooh, very interesting. And as well as this, the final evolution of it is apparently in the magazine as well, and that is called Jararanga. Yeah, great. Amazing names here. So dragon fighting seems like it'd be really interesting to see how Jangmo-O actually evolves and how it changes in terms of design. But as well as this, the other thing from CoroCoro so far is that we have information on Type Null's evolution. Who would have guessed that Type Null would evolve? Not me. And that's a Pokemon called Shiruvadi, and either Null or its evolution changed type upon a held item, and it seems to be that is Shiruvadi, and it's got the ability AR system. Don't ask me if it's going to be changed for English, because I'm sure it will be, which apparently changed its type based on the hold item. So obviously Type Null being a normal type, sort of like but then if you can change the type based on the hold item, that makes it a bit interesting, because maybe there'll be different items, maybe you can get any item and change its type, to reflect that. So maybe if you give it like an Orange Berry, it becomes a grass type. Maybe you give it Petra Berry, it becomes a poison type. Maybe, or maybe there are specific held items. Who knows exactly? But that should be interesting, because I did not think Type Null was going to evolve at all. I thought it was just going to stay how it was. In terms of what else we have, not too much. There are a couple images you can see on there that seem to reflect some trial stuff, and if you look to the left of the Grimer image, there seems to be another Pokemon maybe just on the other side of the page, which might be Duranga. But we can't see it of course yet, just the edge of it, so hopefully we'll see that later on, and I'll put out another video for that. But as well, in this video, we're going to talk about the fact that apparently in previous weeks in London and San Francisco, media sort of outlets are allowed to play Pokemon Sun and Moon, at least to a certain amount, to create a preview. So, maybe on IGN, some media outlet like Game, for example, in the UK, just taking part out trailers and stuff for it to, drum up support, I suppose. So we have a few new images to look at, nothing too special, few images of the main character holding up each starter, just to show that it is for all of them and it looks decent. And apart from that, not a huge amount, just to start fighting. We have an image from inside a boutique, so we can see what that looks like. Nothing special really, just a few people, and obviously the shop counter there. And we have images from the Pokemon Center finally. This obviously starts off, you can see, it looks really cool in my opinion, this Pokemon Center. You can see obviously the desk in the middle, quite open plan, this Pokemon Center, thanks to the new 3D areas. On the right hand side, obviously you have your shop, so you have Pokemart, basically you can see Potion there. On the left hand side, I'm not too sure what this is actually about. You can see there's a coffee cup on the icon, and it looks like basically a cafe, because there are some small stools to the side of it. So what that'll be, I do not quite know right now. Maybe it'll be, you just go and buy some drinks and stuff. Maybe it, depends on the Pokemon Center what is actually there. Some it's a coffee, some it's a cafe rather. Some it might be a different type of shop, maybe. Or it could be similar to sort of the areas in X and Y where you go to the restaurants and you can battle people. Maybe there'll be one per Pokemon Center, who knows, but that'll be interesting to find out about. Apart from that, we also have one more image of another trial, this trial area we've seen before, with some, I think, some Team Skull grunts around there. So we haven't got much extra. You can see a person standing at the top left, but apart from that, not too much. It's a very open area actually, but not many trainers to go along with it, so I don't know, I feel like, yes, okay, the awesome open area, but it feels weird not seeing trainers, a couple of trainers per screen almost. But then finally, the only other screenshot of note is a Jangmo-O on a, I can't remember what it's even called now, the basically the Pokemon Snap in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So you can see the bottom screen as well and how that works. I guess you can, press R to take a picture, and I'm not sure what the thing on the left hand side is. Maybe it's turning the camera around or something like that, who knows exactly. But do let me know what you think about Alola Grimer down below. Do you like the fact it's Poison Dark type, or are you sort of with me on that, being just like, really? Does it have to be? I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, and of course I'll have a video out later on covering the evolutions of Jangmo-o, or the evolution and final evolution of Jangmo-o, whenever that leaks. Hopefully it will be fairly soon. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course let me know what you think down below. But this is it for me for today, almost. I'll be back later, I suppose. But for now, I'm gonna go. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.